Hello everybody and welcome back to another Sparkles test. A little bit different this time. We've got the TIppmann Omega. Okay, so this is the very same TIppmann Omega that Gordon of Battlezone Airsoft had up on his channel. He did a unboxing, a detailed review, went through all the different bits and pieces that it comes with, how to put it together, how to use it. So we're not going to do any of that. We're going to do gameplay. We were lucky enough to be invited to a private game on a brand new site on Saturday. It wasn't even open at that point. We were just putting it through its paces, working out some games, those kind of bits and pieces. On the Sunday, there was a free open day. It's a brand new site, so there was lots of bits and pieces going on, trying to get the bugs out. It was a very interesting day, so some good comments, some bad comments, some stuff to work on, as you'd expect from a brand new site. But on the Saturday, we took this thing through its paces. Different people within the team had a go. We've got their opinions, which you're going to see later. But let's have a look at some gameplay first. Okay, so first thing to note, and you probably hear that from the sound, is that there's a lot of wind, an incredible amount of wind that day, which didn't really help. So we did several different positions. We were shooting with the wind, against the wind, across the wind, and what we found was, with the wind behind you, with the hop set just in that sweet spot, this thing would go 70 plus meters. We used a range of different ammunition, so all new pro razors. We used 2 5s, 3s and 3 2s. The 3s got us the best distance, got us the best range, but were incredibly slow. Now against the wind, this thing was hitting about 60 meters, 65 meters accurately. The BBs were going further than that, but after that you couldn't place them anywhere. We had an interesting environment. It was a container-based CQB environment, so there wasn't a lot of straight runs. The hop unit that's in this is a standard M4 hop unit. Now the best thing about that is it's very easy to configure. You could put a new one in there, you could go with a Pro in, you can do all these different bits and pieces, so you can put your favourite flavour of hop combination in here. It is actually pretty good to start with, but you can upgrade it if you want to, because it's that M4 standard. The other thing to consider is your weight of your BB. We actually found that it preferred 0.25s. Although we were getting, it would handle 3 2s, it would handle 3s, it would shift them down the range. We're shooting at about 340 FPS by the way on 2s. This was set up by Gordon before we picked it up. We found that, like I say, 2 5s were its favourite. We had it in the highest rate of fire preset at 25 rounds a second. If you go to Gordon's video, he actually goes through those bits and pieces. We also got 8 140 round mid caps out of it. And there's a reason we were using mid caps. It didn't like high caps. The high caps couldn't keep up with the rate of fire. So we used mid caps. We used some G&Gs. We used some new Prols. We used some Aries, the top of the range Aries mags. The only ones it didn't like were the G&G mags. Everything else was perfectly fine. Everything else fed flawlessly. We didn't get a misfeed. It was absolutely brilliant. And there was one good thing about this. There is a definite change of tone when your mag runs out. And it doesn't have any of the bolt catches or anything like that, but there's a definite change of tone when you run out, which is quite good because at 25 rounds a second, you know, you've only got to pull that trigger a few times and you're running your bottle down. So knowing that the noise changed quite considerably is quite a good thing. Whether that's design or accident, we don't know, but it's there. Like I say, so we got 840 round mid cap, so that's over 1100 rounds out of a 13 CL tank. So a little small tank that goes in the stock, we got 840 round mid caps out of that, which is pretty good going. It is really good going at 340 FPS. So if you're the kind of person that will go through that many mid caps in a game, you're going to be refilling in between each game. If you're the kind of person that prefers the more subtle, sneaky, accurate approach, you may actually get more, because we did a combination. We actually had it in proper gameplay, and we did a combination of single fire, full auto burst, you know, really trying to put it through its paces, which was really, really good. Okay, so what we're going to do first is I managed to get a few words from some of our team. A lot of them were very impressed. There was a few pluses, a few minuses. The overall feeling was that they were quite impressed. So have a listen to those. So now you've had a chance to run the Omega, what do you think?
It's a great gun. The noise is just phenomenal when it's in party mode or full auto. Semi is good as well. It's a crisp trigger, very light, very minimal trigger pull, and you can get a decent amount of shots. The only thing is with the mags, doesn't like the these style G&G mags. The newer Pro ones, it fits nicely, they go in straight away. These ones you have to give a bit of a whack if you are using these ones. But with the new Pros you do have to push them forward or pull them back just to get the feed. But other than that, it does work really well. Once these are in, it does work well. No complaints with the weapon.
What do you think of the Omega?
Yeah, good gun, like it.
Yeah?
Really good.
Anything you didn't like about it, or?
No, nothing. I don't think there's nothing about it I don't like. I like it a lot. I like the full auto, that's great.
Yep.
But yeah, other than that, great gun.
Brilliant.
Great gun.
Ben, what do you think of the Omega? You love it? Yeah?
I love it.
Excellent. So as you could hear there, it is mainly positive. Everyone had really good things to say about this weapon. The weight was a big thing. It's not a heavy gun at all. With the M-lock on the front and the 13 CI bottle on the back, it is very well weighted. It is very, very well weighted. It is no heavier than an AEG. I've got a Spectre Arms, similar kind of size, and they weigh about the same. So even with that bottle on there, it's not really, really heavy. The other good thing to note is the trigger is tunable. Now, it is apparently a magnetic trigger. And on the one that we're testing, on this one right here, it is incredibly light. It is a feather touch trigger. Personally, I'm not a big fan. I like a bit of weight behind my trigger pull. I prefer to know that I'm pulling the trigger. But the majority of the guys absolutely loved it. They were very, very impressed with that trigger. And that all goes to show that not all guns are for everyone. You know, everyone has their own favourite. But it is tunable, so you may be able to put a bit of weight behind that if you know what you're doing. So if you take it to your local TIppmann Tech, so your local retailer like Gordon Bond at Battlezone, he will be able to go through that for you and get that tuned just right. So overall, brilliant piece of kit. Everybody loved it. I think a few of the guys are actually going to get one, so it'd be really good to see. I hope they also pick up some scuba bottles as well, because they're so good. You do like to pull that trigger quite a bit. But yeah, our overall rating is absolutely fantastic. We can see this has been a great gun for fields because it's so easy to lock off the FPS. Gordon went through that on his video, which I'll link, and you can't change the FPS unless you strip it down. But yeah, very, very good product. So thank you very much for watching. We'll see you on the next one.